anyways, the thing was, he was creating a reality show with dudes that he never knew.
Yeah.
He never met.
The thing is, like, difference from reality show, this is actually reality.
Exactly.
It's not acting.
And that's the other thing. These people weren't acting. These were these guys' actual lives. JdotS show here. I'm your host, Jonathan JS, whatever you want to call me. I'm here with my co-host.
Eric G, Lord Greatness, call me whatever. Yeah.
Ruby, Timothy. We talking about academics today, so I had to come on the academics at the time.
And today, like Tim already said, we're gonna be talking about academics. We're gonna be going into the whole topic of academics and musical hip hop bloggers, as this has turned more into a music/hip hop podcast, which I'm kind of glad about because I was trying to hard find a topic initially. So kind of like where this is heading in. So right now, like I said, we're gonna head on the topic of bloggers and hip hop. Are like bloggers in the hip hop scene in the industry right now, and obviously the main person that you think of is, like you like to say, I've heard him called, what do they call him, Jerry the Mouse?
The Erykah Badu say he looks like Jerry the Mouse.
The basement getter.
You know what's funny?
Yeah.
Never seen academics with a girl. You know, like somebody who would claim.
Selena Powell.
See, that's what I'm talking about, though. You know, like academics dating another celebrity or just whoever. That would be a spectacle.
Yeah, so basically, like what these guys just said, who academics
what killed me was, you know the dude from Kim Possible that was on the, that's like with the Stitch?
The snitch?
The Stitch. Kim Possible.
The Stitch?
The dude on the computer.
Evil? Yeah.
I know you're talking about the big black dude that used to be on the computer.
They said that he looked like him. That was great.
I don't know.
So basically, we're gonna be basically talking about the most controversial figure in hip hop right now, and the guy that honestly breaks the mainstream. And basically, academics. If you don't know him, if you're unfamiliar with him, he got his start basically as an internet blogger, basically posting on YouTube just like we do. And he was a college student in his dorm room, basically posting little short snippets of. He had the war in Chirac, which we're gonna get into. And basically, he had a bunch of other series, basically making hip hop into more of a drama show. He basically made hip hop. He basically had a Keeping Up with the Kardashians version of hip hop on YouTube, and built himself into be the self-made blogger that he is today. So I just actually recently had a conversation with some guys who do rap, who do a lot of interviews and are in the music scene as well. And we just asked them what they feel about a guy like Akademiks, and they were like, I mean, he's good.
Yeah.
They don't mind him. They said that I actually kind of mess with Akademiks. And then I got the question, would you rather be posted by XXL or would you rather be posted by Akademiks?
Right. I also wanted to point out what they also said in there was the fact that he trolls too much. Because now this goes back to what I've been saying on your show before. I say this everywhere I go and it still stands by because I'm not proven wrong. Like the most popular celebrities, the people who do the most popular or whatever they do, whether it be acting, rapping, singing, whatever, right? Yeah. They are usually the most hated celebrities. You know, when you hear Akademiks' name, people are probably throwing his name under the dirt, probably making a meme out of him, whatever. But hey, that works for him.
It works.
I say in certain aspects. So
but it works for him.
I say in the commentary world, in terms of YouTuber or you're a media person and you just talk about what other people are doing, so a Skip Bayless or Charlemagne or Akademiks, you're gonna get hated on.
Yeah.
But when you're the player or the artist, you good. Drake is way more famous than Akademiks and he not hated like that.
Nah, but during the era when he was having a ghostwriter, people always gonna say something about Drake. He a ghostwriter, his music sound the same. He always in his feelings. He's so generic. That's what people always say. You know, Drake still gets hate. Even Kanye West.
Yeah, they all get hate, but they're not hated. Just Drake at a point was never hated.
I get that. I see what you mean.
He never hated.
He's saying people just don't like Akademiks.
Yeah.
People
majority of people do not like Akademiks.
Yeah, it's all right. So basically Drake. All right, people didn't like Drake for a little bit because Drake was what he was light skinned. He was soft. He didn't fit the
ghostwriter.
I would say they were mostly jokes though. You know what I mean?
But people didn't like him for a little bit.
Akademiks is mostly jokes.
It's a little bit more aggressive with Akademiks.
And they didn't want to go and fight him. How many rappers have come up to him and said they want to fight him?
Exactly.
Yeah, Freddie Gibbs, Takeoff. Actually, the whole Migos.
See, I feel like they would joke with Drake.
I mean, Vic
Mensa. They would never really call him a bum. They call Akademiks a bum.
Yeah, they don't.
Everybody calls Akademiks a bum.
But it don't matter because they know Akademiks not a bum.
That's the thing.
He got the pockets to prove it.
And that's why I'm telling you, this is where it's like, all right, so we get it. People may not like him or nothing like that, but he's kind of an important figure, like we were talking about. And I'm gonna basically get to this because it kind of got cut off last time, and the camera angle was god awful. I saw it. You guys should see it. It looked crazy.
Yeah.
we was discussing last time was he's important to hip hop. As he's a character, like we were saying, he's a character figure in hip hop. Like
I'll tell you this, there are about 50 to 75, maybe 100 people that could do what Akademiks is doing.
Yeah.
And then, you know, as soon as Akademiks starts to slip, or, you know, he gets into a little bit of controversy, you're gonna see those people start to take his spot.
But he's gotten into a lot of controversy. He's gotten into a lot.
I'm talking about real controversy in terms of like breaking the law.
Oh yeah. Controversy is the best.
No, I thought you said the S word.
What?
No, I didn't say
thought you
shit.
did. I thought you did.
I didn't say shit.
Yo.
I'm dead.
So nah. What I was saying was basically, yeah, like he's a character figure in the whole hip hop scene. Like you said, there are only 50 to 100 people that could do what he does. But Akademiks and a lot of these rappers like to hate on him, but he's like a DJ Vlad. They hate DJ Vlad, or DJ Vlad's the feds, so why you go interview for him?
Yeah, nah, DJ Vlad's still pulling interviews to this day.
Right.
Like,
Why y'all all go still going there?
You know, but I feel like a lot of the people who hate on Akademiks are huge rappers, and I don't see them interviewing with him.
Drake loves Akademiks.
yeah.
Drake.
he loves
When's the last time?
Drake.
Yeah, when's the last time Akademiks interviewed Drake?
I swear to God, there was a live stream with Drake. Like, probably not recently, not like in the last few months, but like within the last year. I swear to God, when Drake dropped, what's the album called? Certified Lover Boy.
Yeah.
He literally he hopped on a live stream of Akademiks.
Was Drake hating on Akademiks though?
Like,
Like Nicki hates on Akademiks. Who hates on Akademiks?
Meek Mill does.
But Meek Mill kind of corny though.
Chill.
That's right, you from Philly, so
Sorry,
I'm not saying
look,
that.
I got a soft spot for Meek, pause, but yeah.
Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. I feel like the hate, you know what? Meek would have been a good example because people hate Meek for no reason.
Yeah.
No reason.
yeah.
Meek don't do
Hey
nothing.
yo, look, as much as I'm a fan of Meek, there's a reason, like he do be wilding out here, but still at the end of the day, like even after that whole Drake scandal, people were still listening to his music.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He ain't fall off not once.
He got classics. He got songs like Chief Keef where you gonna be banging until you're 90 years old.
Yeah.
Like he got classics. But people hate on Meek. Well, I feel like Meek likes to hate on these Akademiks because Akademiks is like how, like, let me put these dudes as characters. Like, let's say they're characters in the neighborhood. Akademiks is like the dude that you see walking down the street. And I'm stealing this from Joe Budden. He's like the dude that you walk down the street and you're supposed to ignore. like I was stealing that from Joe. I remember Joe Budden was saying it. Like, he's like, you're not supposed to like engage with the Akademiks. Because you know Akademiks isn't really, like, you know he's just talking ish, just
like
to talk ish.
Because that's like he wants you to react.
Yeah.
He wants you to react. That's his whole.
Comes from the fact that he has a lot of ego.
Yeah.
And a lot of people feel like, yo, you're not
That's-
making music. You're just talking about guys who make music. And I would say even somebody like Adam 22 is hated. He don't have nearly as much ego as an Akademiks.
Adam 22 got ego.
Yeah.
He got ego.
Not like Akademiks. Akademiks has said like he's
got
the
ego.
greatest media person to ever do this. Like he's literally said that.
I
Adam's
mean,
never
then
said
again,
something
like
that.
Akademiks got the statistics to prove it.
Yeah.
Not even close.
Who else?
Who else? He's not even close.
Who else did what he did? No. Who else independently built their own platform? Like, this is what I'm saying. Like, I'm not even the biggest fan of him, but who else independently built their own platform on hip hop and sustainably got themselves into the mainstream? Because the first time people saw Akademiks, but he on a radio show.
Yeah. But
This is what I'm gonna say. One, it's a new thing because radio has just now we're realizing that it's falling off. YouTube's the way to go now, and not only that,
Shout out YouTube.
I would say we'll see a lot more Akademiks, and we're gonna see how good Akademiks really is then when he has actual competition. You know what I mean?
He got some
And
competition
he's
though.
losing to them. He's losing to Charlemagne.
Nah, he outbeats the
you
breakfast
go outside,
show.
my boy, you know
he
what?
outbeats the breakfast show. He outbeats.
But
the
Charlamagne does more than the Breakfast Club. That's the thing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Charlamagne's more of like a fit. Like he's more
No. He releases more daily content than Akademiks, so he has
book,
more
right?
views.
But like, don't Charlamagne got a book?
Charlamagne got a book. He's on Breakfast Club, of course, and then he's on a podcast too.
Okay, so but you got.
And then I think he has another show on like Comedy Central or BET.
He got a song with Lil Duval.
That's Charlamagne. But you gotta remember with Charlamagne. Charlamagne's more of like
he's not independent. I understand.
He's not independent.
I understand. But I would. It's new.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I'm gonna also say that's just cause like
an Akademiks got a rap song. What you mean?
Yo, hip hop and just black people, we love to feed into the controversy and the bull. You know, like it's just. We love it. We love TMZ. We love Keeping Up with the Kardashians. We love that Joseline show. We love all them ratchet reality TV shows.
Yeah.
And Akademiks is just more of that energy.
And
I swear that's why we love that. And that's why he blew up independently.
And that goes back to what I say, you know, like like humans, we just generally feed into that negative energy. We rather, like, it's easier to hate somebody than it is to love them.
Oh, yeah.
I say, but like, yo, you look at other genres of music, bro. There's not nearly as much controversy or beef or just hate. Like,
it's just hip hop.
It's just people making music.
But that's hip
It's just
hop.
people making music. Even R&B is like it's chill, bro. It's cool.
But you don't really diss somebody in R&B unless they broke your heart.
I guess I was actually gonna bring up Brent Fayez with Mac Miller. That was a little bit of rap.
That was Gold Link.
Oh, Gold Link.
Yeah, that was. but Gold Link, he made an Instagram post. He didn't make a song.
Yeah, I know. I remember.
So now, speaking of all that, basically like dramatization and everything like that. So I just put up his old page, and this is where I feel like Akademiks. This is kind of like curving it to where Akademiks hates come from. So I haven't looked at these in probably like years. But when we was all in middle school, we used to look at this crap like probably like it's too
Where
popular.
Akademiks from?
Akademiks is from Jersey.
Oh wow.
He's from like some burbs in Jersey somewhere. He's from like something like that.
Probably up north.
Yeah, and then basically though, this is like when I mean like where his hate probably comes from. They can't see right now, but I'll probably like because now this is where remember you were saying you brought up the perfect point. Why do we like all those ratchet TV shows? Why do we like all those reality shows? He basically did that with hip hop.
Yeah, because that's why he blew up independently. It's the only way.
Basically, the marketing plan that I can learn from all this is basically you got to give people something to hate because now that's going to give them something to talk about.
I say in rap, that's it.
I mean, just a reality TV show too.
Reality TV.
Like look at Snooki.
I understand.
Bro, when Snooki was on Jersey Shore, people hated on her.
I understand,
and that gave him something to talk about.
I understand, but reality TV is the lowest form of art and media. Snooki, Bad Baby, those aren't people you want to be.
Right.
You don't want to follow their path.
Right. But still, you know, I'm just
like,
I'm not saying you want to follow their path.
I say like Bad Baby.
Saying it is.
I understand, but people like Bad Baby and Snooki, they're famous because we're looking at them and being, yo, these guys are pieces of garbage. Yeah, that's the only reason why.
And then the whole thing with him is that he highlighted these dudes' lives, right? And the thing about it was now here's the difference between what Akademiks did compared to a reality show just grabbing a bunch of drunk teenagers and throwing them in a house like they did with Jersey Shore. These dudes were not on a production set. These dudes were in their neighborhoods. You see what I'm saying? These dudes were still back home in their neighborhoods having to probably they live probably a mile away from the guy that he's saying that, oh, this guy released a diss track on this dude. And it's like these dudes probably live 2 blocks away from each other. The thing was, he was creating a reality show with dudes that he never knew.
Yeah.
He never met.
The thing is, like, difference from reality show, this is actually reality.
Exactly.
It's not acting.
And that's the other thing. These people weren't acting. These were these guys' actual lives.
Thing is, with Jersey Shore, even though you can look at it as like worse because they did throw a bunch of drunk teenagers in the house, it was consensual.
Yeah.
This is not consensual. This is Akademiks stalking people.
Jersey Shore was fake.
Yeah, that's not surprising. Akademiks is literally stalking people, pulling up their information, looking through their social media, looking at their LinkedIn profiles. Like, he's doing the most.
And then the worst part about it was you never saw who he was, where he was, and you never saw nothing about it. So I feel like the hate for him will probably never go away because this page will never go away. I'm sure people go to it all the time. And he just highlight the hell out of these people's lives. So I mean, like, on that point, that's the bad aspect of academics.
I would say my bad, just to like interrupt. Another aspect is
You
the
said
fact
bad
that
accessory.
Aspect.
Oh, sorry. I'm deaf to that. I'm deaf to that. I'm trying to make sure we stay on iHeartRadio, man.
No, you good. You good.
Nah, but with
I won't say
academics,
fuck. My bad.
Oh, my God.
All right, let me try.
with academics, I feel like another reason for hate is that, like you said, he's from some suburbs in Jersey, and he's so entrenched in all this like the hood stuff and drill music and Chirac and what are you doing?
I'm sorry, I was looking them up. Apparently, like
that's sad. That is very corny.
Yeah, exactly.
That's another reason.
It's very, very corny, and that's why a lot of. And you remember, you saw who his best friend was in the rap industry, 6ix9ine.
Yeah.
And 6ix9ine, I'm sure, grew up watching academic videos like crazy.
Yeah.
I'm sure that 6ix9ine.
You're right. That's probably how the friendship started.
Yeah, he probably grew up watching those videos. He probably was obsessed with them.
Where Adam 22 is like, yeah, he interviews them and that's his job. That's what we all know him for. Yeah. But he doesn't seem as entrenched in it or obsessed as academics. Academics, when he talks, it sounds like he got posters of all them on his wall. Like he keeps records of like shootouts and like beef and like who's doing what. Like
I remember there was the whole rumor between like academics and 6ix9ine dating. You know the memes of like 6ix9ine grabbing academics butt stuff. Like I remember.
I'm not surprised.
Also, it's like side note. I looked it up. The academics from New York. He just went to Rutgers in New Jersey.
Ah, but he's from New York.
Yeah.
Where's he from in New York?
I don't know exactly where. I just know he moved to like New York when he was like 10. I just looked it up. He lived in Jamaica the first 10 years of his life.
Either way, he was just isolated from the streets. And he's like,
I want to
look at the streets.
No, you can definitely tell when somebody's never been to the streets.
Yeah, I understand. But the thing is, he's so entrenched in a culture that he has no relation to.
So
that's corny.
Do you think it's bad that it's guys like that kind of like build the platform, or do you think it should be more of like a guy from there, or should, if you're gonna do this, curate it in a different way?
Well, here's the thing. I say maybe curate it in another way, but really, if you're asking me, a guy from the streets can never do this because they're from the streets.
Yeah.
They're never gonna be able to get on networks. They're never gonna be able to be promoted like that. They'll never be able to be advertised like that. So I would say, maybe you gotta clean your act up a little bit, or curate it.
What I say is it would have been better if somebody actually from Chicago, not even in the streets of Chicago, like somebody like a
Kanye.
Yeah, like somebody like Kanye, like talk like Cootie. Yeah, a little bit cool if Cootie were to talk about the war in Chirac, because they may not be in the streets, but they live in that area and they have family dealing with that issue.
That's perfect.
Versus like somebody outside who's just trying to like gain clout off of it, and like people are actually dying. But I mean, it worked for academics, but at the same time, I still wouldn't like recommend that.
Do you want to know what the sad reality of it is, though?
It worked for him.
No, not just the fact that it worked, but you saying this would be somebody that's not in the streets, but somebody that's surrounded by it. And I would say like, they're probably gonna die. Yo, they gonna be threatened. Like that's
about the hood. That's how
I guess. But now you're not surrounded by it. How real can it be? You know what I mean?
But I mean, like at least you had some experience in it. Like what if academics actually talk about stuff going on in the Bronx? But I don't think at the time like stuff was going on in the Bronx.
What you mean?
I'm saying like what if he instead of the war in Chirac, the war in the Bronx? But at the time, I don't think there was like much war in the Bronx. I'm not sure.
Yo, I understand,
I'm not sure.
Academics hit himself though.
Yeah.
So you didn't know what he looked like. You didn't know where he was. If you're like
hiding himself, then that goes back to what I said. Yeah, he should have been somebody. Like he should be somebody who lives in the area, but like
hide yourself. I don't know if you can really do that.
He did it.
But academics wasn't talking about the people that he lived nearby.
Like,
you can still hide yourself.
Like, look at this video. I just randomly clicked on random video. Producer brags about telling the cops on Chief Keef says that there's an arrest, like there's a warrant out for his arrest. Like, he really just put this dude like.
What? I'm very. What is this?
This is just a random academics war in Chirac video. Random old video from like 5 years ago.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if a dude that was really there posted something like this, like you said, I don't think it would be the best outcome.
Yeah, you're gonna get robbed at least. Like, they're gonna at least intimidate them. You know what I mean? Like, bro, I don't.
Yeah.
And with Akademiks, there's no integrity. He'll do whatever to get views. And when you have that type of mentality, you can be loved for maybe like a month or two. Like somebody that it worked for was like Lil Pump. Lil Pump wasn't hated. Everyone gets tired of it eventually.
Yeah. Nah, Lil Pump was hated. You know, the whole mumble rap scene, he was hated, you know.
And it faded away.
Like, he faded away. That's, you know, like, the whole, when he was dissing J. Cole, he was hated for it. And then when 1985 dropped, Lil Pump was hated. You know, Lil Pump still did numbers off the hate. And then, like J. Cole said, riding trends, and poof, Lil Pump's not here anymore.
Lil Pump was releasing music before all that J. Cole stuff happened. He wasn't
Yeah, I know.
but he wasn't released. When his music was doing well, he was not getting hated on.
Yes, he was.
Akademiks, like I was saying, is when you're a media personality, I feel like being that type, like being explicit, being like when you're a media personality, you gotta be like extra for people to come to you, because you gotta be a persona.
That's not true.
I feel like you gotta.
It's like, you want to know who breaks that?
Oh,
Joe Rogan.
Yeah, but he's like the exception. But he's the exception.
Because like you get like you said, there's like a lot of people that can do what Akademiks do, but at the same time, it's also you gotta have the image, the icon. You gotta have a personality to sell with it.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think.
Like one more thing. So basically, we're gonna wrap it up here. Like we was talking about Akademiks and everything like that. Like I was saying, I do believe that Akademiks, he serves a good. He's like I said, he's a character in the hip hop game. Like, he ain't going nowhere no time soon. Because people been saying nasty stuff about him for years, and he just keep coming back because he gets a new show.
They gotta get 6ix9ine before him.
And that's actually, they did get 6ix9ine.
They did not.
They did not. What you, like,
6ix9ine's still here.
What are you talking about?
His music's not.
Yeah, but
that's not what they were talking about.
Yeah, what?
They were not talking about getting his music out of here.
Bro, you can't get rid of like I'm trying to tell you, like, this is money that's not going nowhere.
That song's like about to be 2 years old, right?
Yeah, but like that's like I hope like 779 million views. That's
you don't
like,
remember that you didn't hear about Whack 100 talking about 6ix9ine was so broke he had to ask him for some money.
You believe?
Yo, you don't think? And not only that, 6ix9ine could easily just go to like Mexico, England, Canada, overseas, and make a ridiculous amount of money. Because they don't care about any of that.
Yeah, in the American market, he's trash. But in the Hispanic market, and tell you right now, 6ix9ine stopped caring about the American market years ago.
Yeah, I can see that.
The Hispanic market don't care if he's a snitch. They just care if he makes lit music that makes them dance.
Yeah, but they would carry that he slept with a minor.
No, they would not. Yo, we talking about Mexico. Yo, people in America don't even care about that, man. Yeah. It took us like 20 years to cancel R. Kelly.
Right?
Yeah.
Bro. Trust me, 6ix9ine is fine, bro. He ain't broke. He ain't going nowhere no time soon. So like I was saying, basically, like, he's like I said, he's an important person in hip hop. Don't really respect how he did it as much, like, because he kind of caused a lot of mayhem somewhere he wasn't like at. But I get it. Like, he's a person in hip hop that you're gonna be talking about 20, 30 years later from now. Because like at the end of the day, he did independently. 10. Because he did independently build up a whole like hip hop blog, and I'm sure a lot of people would love to do something like that. So, y'all got anything else to say about that?
You look like a little bad bougie.
Akademiks is, I feel like he's probably a better businessman, but I just don't see his talent like that. But obviously what he did was very impressive. He's very successful. I just don't. I feel like I said that 100 times. Be good, bro.
All I can basically say is, like, you know, you can hate Akademiks as much as you want, but that hate that he sees it, he wants it, and that's what gets y'all talking about him. That's what gets him trending on the internet. That's what gets his followers up. That's what gets y'all commenting on his posts. And the more y'all hate him, the more he's just going, like, you know, just make y'all want to hate him even more. It's going to put clout to his name.
Oh yeah, he ain't going nowhere no time. So basically, we're gonna wrap it up here.
Yeah.
Thank y'all for listening here at WSJU Radio. I'm your host, Jonathan JS, what do you want to call me?
Here G in the building. What's up?
Moogie, Tim. Meow.
And my name is Gary. I should be doing that.
and basically, like I said, we're gonna wrap it up right here. This is the JdotS show. Thank y'all for watching, and we out. And
Peace.